The new popular thing in the golf world is microdosing psilocybin on the golf course.
I've heard that, and then ayahuasca. That's sort of a thing. Like, didn't what was it? Bo Hostler recently did like an ayahuasca trip.
But he probably did that like on the off. Yeah, not on the golf course. Can you imagine being on the golf course and like seeing gremlins and stuff?
Yeah, you're like throwing up. And sort of take the medicine.
Golf sickos, burnerverse, all you sandbaggers and vanity indexers. What up? It's Wells Adams. I'm alongside the very handsome
Chad Mum. Hello. Wow. That's a real setup there.
You like that one?
Yeah, you just kind of threw the ego thing, right? Little underhanded toss.
What? You are very handsome. You're wearing a sport coat right now?
Yeah, this was actually bought for a very specific purpose.
What's that? Looking like Fred Ridley? I don't ever think I'm going to forget that whole thing.
Damn it. It actually was. I did buy this when I got invited to Augusta, and I needed like a blazer to wear at dinner.
Gotta have a tweed blazer
and
for Augusta.
The whole thing was like, you don't want it to be, you want to show up like not looking like loud. You know? Yeah. Keep it as like, understated and just kind of like, I wouldn't say bland, but like, blue blazer or like, tweed blazer kind of thing, but not too loud of a tweed. And so I had like, I don't have a blue blazer, which seems insane. Like, who doesn't have a blue blazer? Me. But I bought this. I bought this on eBay, actually.
Such a flex. The reason why I have this is because I went to Augusta one time.
Well,
is it a little ridiculous, like or is it cool how everyone is so scared of Augusta? Like, it's got to be walking on eggshells around there.
I didn't think so. I thought the hospitality was incredible. It was all about the guest experience in a way that a lot of clubs, sort of try to do. But this was so on another level. I think you'd be a lot more nervous out there if you were actually like a member, like a regular member out there. I mean, obviously you're Augusta member, but still, they really make it amazing for your guests. But it was funny. We were talking about like getting dressed and stuff. I saw an interesting post on Twitter the other day from Bowtied Golfer, BTIG. I don't know if you follow him. He was talking about like when you go to a nice club, you should be clean shaven, which I think is like a little bit much,
Yeah.
However,
what is the Yankees?
Yeah, exactly. And I've played at a lot of like nice places, and I've not thought about like shaving. But when I was getting ready for Augusta, I was nervous. Like, it's a lot. It's a very exciting thing to go and do. And so I asked my host. The guy was taking me out. He lives in Atlanta, so I stayed at his house in Atlanta first, and then we drove out to Augusta the next morning. And like that night, I'm going to bed, and I'm like, "Hey, do you think I should shave?" And he's like, "Wouldn't be a bad idea."
Wow.
So the only time I've like been clean shaven in 10 years was that like morning of going to Augusta National, and then obviously the 2 days that we were there. And I sent a picture of my wife from my room, and she was like, "Never do that again."
Yeah.
You look insane.
So when you went back to Augusta, did you shave again? Or were you like, no, this is old hat now?
I mean, I've only been once as like a guest.
Okay.
But I've been, for the tournament every year I go for
you do
content stuff. But
yeah.
And I didn't shave then, but maybe I should have. I don't know.
Did you do some manscaping? Did you tidy it up down there just to make sure?
Always got to keep it tight.
Who knows? Who knows what happens there?
Relevant.
Listen, if you want to join the Illuminati,
definitely don't know why that's relevant in any way, and I don't know why I'm blushing actually. Nothing to worry about when it comes to that. All right, well, we're talking about the arguably like the best club and the best experience in golf. And by the way, we have a pod dog today.
I know. My dog Boo, or Sarah's dog Boo, and she's just so needy.
She is. She's been missing her mommy.
Yeah, I know. We're flying her out to New York very soon.
Oh yeah. Is this the dog air again?
Bark Air. Excuse me. Is it a private jet for dogs? Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm sorry. Talking shit about me and my blazer.
Do you think that I'm paying for this?
Are you kidding me?
I'm on a reality TV show, all right? My wife's Modern Family money is paying for this dog to fly private.
That's amazing. Well, we love ourselves a good course dog, but we decided we want a pod dog. And I feel like she's the right mix for the right breed. She's a little chocolate lab.
Yeah.
Seems right for a course dog.
Just scare off the ducks.
Exactly. So Anyway, but we were talking about, courses and the last episode, I was talking about that app Course Vaults, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so then it's got me thinking about how you rate courses.
Yeah.
And so we found this on Twitter the other day. Actually, I think this was pretty interesting. So we'll put it up. So this is from this account, I don't know, Country Club Casual. And he says, okay, idea for club rating going forward. Create a Michelin star rating system for all clubs, public and private.
Yeah.
Create more equal notoriety for a larger pool of clubs. And then he asks, how many 3 Michelin starred clubs are out there? And so I got to thinking about this. I really like this. Come to find out. Thanks, Boo. Come to find out that this is actually the fried egg like ranking system as well. They do like 0 eggs, 1 egg, 2 egg, 3 egg. And I got this from Brendan Porath, who sent it to me because he saw me tweeting about this. But apparently they've already thought of this. I'd never seen it before until this guy. But it got me thinking, I actually kind of like that.
Okay.
Like trying to rate restaurants is tough. There's a gazillion restaurants.
Yeah.
And the idea that like, if you get 3 Michelin stars, that's, there might be 2. I think there's like 2 in
Los Angeles.
Yeah. Maybe even 1 in LA.
No, I think there's 2.
And I think there's like 3 in New York and then like 2 in San Francisco. I mean, I think there's 11 in the United States or 12. It's a very small number.
Yeah, it's hard.
I think France and Japan have the most 3 Michelin star restaurants.
By the way, do you know the lore of Michelin star and why it's Michelin star?
Was it to sell tires? It was like as Americans were hitting the road in the 50s.
It was to try to convince people to drive more.
Right.
So Michelin tires put out this,
guide
to get people to coerce people to drive further to go to these restaurants. And so the way that it was told to me was that each star is denigrated for a different type of travel. So if you are driving through a city, 1 star is you should stop there. If you are like within 5 hours of driving somewhere that's close to a 2 star, you should drive there. And a 3 star, you should just plan a trip for it.
Yeah.
Which is pretty interesting.
That's really okay. Well, let's use that as a rating framework for golf courses.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that basically anything with 1 star is like worth your time,
Yeah.
basically. And so like let's just use LA.
Okay.
As an example. So first question, does LA have any 3 Michelin star golf courses?
1.
What would that be in your
Riv.
mind? Riv. Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Riviera. So 3 Michelin star.
I would give like LACC, Bel Air, 2.
Yep. Yeah. I'd say maybe, 2.
Yeah.
And then I'd say like the rest, Hillcrest, Lakeside, Wilshire.
1 star.
1 star.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that works.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, definitely. And then, okay, let's do Carmel. I think you got 2 Michelin, 2 3 stars, right? You got Cypress and Pebble.
Yeah. And then MPCC could also be in that.
I don't know if I'd put MPCC as a like travel exclusively.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so so Carmel's got 2.
Yep, and then I'd say
is
MPCC's a 2 star.
Yeah,
sure.
And the Preserve is a 2 star.
Yep.
Spyglass.
Like 1. I think Spyglass is 1.
Okay.
I like Spyglass a lot, but I think it's a 1 star.
Are we forgetting anything
up there?
I don't think so.
I think that's probably right.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. And then what about
it's a high target, like a high.
That's good
target audience.
Well, and then what I like about it is like you can also it provides because so much of the top 100 list I think gets obsessed with history.
Uh-huh.
And it's like it's got to be old and they have template holes and it's like C.B. McDonald and Seth Rayner touched it and things like that. But I think if you're really truly using the framework of like drop everything and go to this place if you get an invite, I think that's actually the way that normal people think about these kinds of golf experiences. So like I would put something like Ohoopee as like a 3 star. Even just because the experience is like if you get a chance to go, you should go.
Okay, so same thing, but not private. Bandon, I think, is that.
I could not agree more.
Yeah.
And I think you kind of wrap all of Bandon together into
for sure
into 3 stars.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing is sort of like, hey, go there. It's worth the trip.
You think Pinehurst is a 3 star?
So this is like going to sound insane. I've never been to Pinehurst to
really
play golf. I've been there. I was there for the US Open.
Yeah.
But I've never played any of those courses. So I can't really rate it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, for whatever reason. And like, I just haven't felt the desire, like I have to go to Pinehurst.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's been so covered in public and stuff. Although, like when I was there for the US Open when Bryson won, I was like, I got to come back here and play like Mid Pines and all of those.
I mean, there's 11 courses out there.
What would you say? Would you say it's like that's a 3-star? To me, that seems 2-star.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, this is a crazy thing to say, and like we're splitting hairs here, but maybe it's a 3-star just because of the hospitality, the little village or town that they've got there, and the fact that they got 11 golf courses. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Okay, what about the New York area?
I think there's a lot.
I think that's probably the most.
Yeah.
I think that, and also kind of reinforcing our like thesis that the Northeast probably
has the best golf. It does.
Yeah. I'd put like 3 stars in New York, obviously, call it the region, but I'd say Pine Valley, obviously 3-star.
Obvious.
I would put Sleepy Hollow in that category.
I think I haven't played Sleepy Hollow, but I feel like that would be a 2 over.
I could see that. For me, it would be a 3, but yeah, I could see a 2. Obviously National Golf Link, Shinnecock. Wingfoot, definitely.
Yeah.
And where would you put the old course?
3-star.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Yeah, exactly. Just easy.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of it being able to incorporate some newer stuff. Mm-hmm. Like I'd put the Fall Line at 3 for sure. That's you haven't been to the Fall Line yet, but it's like a hoopy. It's it's brand new. It's like 2 years old. But if you get an invite, it's like drop literally everything and go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think if you go, well, let's try and see. We should be able to do this. We should be able to say what are the 3-star US courses. So we've got Riviera, we've got
Pebble, Cypress,
Pine Valley.
Do you think that like what's the one in Vegas?
Shadow Creek?
Yeah, is that a 3-star?
That's 2-star to me.
Okay, agreed.
Yeah. What else on the West Coast?
Okay, so Bandon.
Yep, that's 5.
Pasatiempo?
2-star.
2-star. Okay.
Yeah.
What about in San Francisco? There's Olympic and San Francisco Golf Club, and
I'd put San Francisco as a 3-star. So that's 6. I would say Cal Club and Olympic are 2.
Okay.
2 stars. I mean, they're great, but they're 2 stars. So we get 6 of them. Augusta, definitely. No question. I'd say, we got Shinnecock and National, and then Wingfoot. So that's 10.
Yeah. What about Florida?
Seminole.
Yeah.
11. I'd say probably like something like TPC Sawgrass, I think it's worth going to and playing, but I don't know if I'd call it a 3-star.
I think it's a 2.
I think it's a 2. So we're at 11. Chicago Golf, 12.
Yep.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, I think there's got to be like 20, but
yeah,
I like this ranking system. So good job, Country Club Casual.
Yeah, we like it. Okay, I grew up on a golf course. You did not, right?
I did. Well, for a period of time, yes.
Yeah.
When I was, my dad was in the Air Force, and we lived on a course when he was stationed in like North Florida.
Okay.
So yeah, we did.
Okay.
For a minute.
I saw this come through and I thought this was interesting. It's what's your choice to live if your house was on a golf course and why? So should I just go through all the options and then we choose our favorites?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so the first one, 220 yards, right-hand side of the hole.
Is this like right, as we're standing on a tee box looking at it?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, well, we know that's not a great place to be.
That's danger. Number 2, 220 yards, left side of the hole.
A little safer,
but dangerous if I'm on the tee box.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, beside par 4 tee box.
Okay.
Number 4, beside a par 3 tee box. Yeah, I feel like that's a good one.
That's pretty good.
Number 5, 50 yards short of a par 5.
Okay.
And then number 6, close enough distance to walk to the clubhouse.
All right. Well, I mean, I have an obvious. My answer here is number 5. I think 50 yards short of a par 5 green.
Why?
Because I think like if you're gonna be able to walk out and futz around on a golf course, like I want to be doing it around a green.
Okay.
And then if you ever feel like, hey, you know what, I'm gonna go play the whole hole. It's like you grab a driver and a 7-iron and a wedge and your putter, and you can go walk back and play the whole hole. But to me, the idea of being able to walk out and just like chip around and putt and stuff would be amazing. Just being right near a green. A par 3 tee box is cool too, but then you're like that to me feels like you're gonna end up going out there and hitting a bunch of par 3 shots. And then you got to go like find them and then gather them and stuff. It's like, I want to go futz around on a green if I'm living on a hole.
Okay, here's my argument for par 3.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay. I play this game with my friends on Sundays. I'll take them out to the club and we'll go to one of our par 5s that's got a bar by it. And we'll drink some mimosas, and everyone that comes through, we play thumbs up, thumbs down.
Oh, that's good.
And so someone comes up to the tee and you say it vocally, so it's some pressure on it. If you think they're going to hit the green, thumbs up or thumbs down, then you start betting on it, which is very, very fun.
That is fun.
I'm not sure if the members love it so much, but I like it. So that's all that really matters to me.
What a classy way to spend a morning.
It's so, we got to do it, actually.
We got to do it. That'd be awesome.
The girls love it.
Oh, yeah. Mimosas and wagering.
Yeah.
Sounds perfect.
So my thought is that if you lived on a par 3, you could just have people over and be like, let's play thumbs up, thumbs down.
That'd be pretty fun, actually.
And that would be so much fun. Like take away like sneaking on and playing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, interesting enough, I grew up on 2 of these. I grew up on the corner of 9 and 10 of Old Del Monte. 9 is a par 5 up and over the hill. And then 10 is a short par 4. And I lived on the left side of it, about 220 yards in.
Yeah.
I would say that like being on the left side of the hole is the play. We got hit, but not very often. But our yard was full of balls.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because we were like, maybe like 30 yards back from the property line, the house was. So I just sold golf balls, lemonade, and beer sometimes out there.
That like the selling golf balls thing is, as a kid, would be incredible.
Oh my God. And if I ever needed anything, like I needed to go buy something, I'd be like, I gotta go sell some golf balls for a couple hours.
Yeah. One of my best friends in high school, like when I was in high school, we didn't live on the course, but he did. And they were like in that same thing. They were kind of on the left side of a par 4.
Yeah.
And it was one of those holes that you could kind of cut the corner, but you had to hit it like almost at their house.
Yeah.
But their house was far enough back that it was kind of safe.
Yeah.
And I remember going into his basement and his dad just had like wash bins full of balls. Like, and they were, just go take your pick. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And back then I was big strata guy. I'd pop in there, look for a strata, little top flight strata.
Got it.
Maybe because the tour professionals and stuff that you'd find back then, they'd always be a little worn out.
Mm-hmm.
You need something a little harder.
Yeah.
But then every once in a while you get one of those David Duval Nikes, the double Ds.
Oh yeah.
There was like the Tour TW. Tour Accuracy TW, and then the DDs were the interesting ones.
Let me ask you this. What was the ball that you played in your high school golf days?
I played, it was mostly Tour Professional 100s.
Oh, wow. Because that's provided by the school.
Yeah, that was the one that we needed. That was like my tournament ball.
Yeah.
But like when I was playing, I didn't have any money.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like whatever
you
ball
had,
I could find. And that's why I like the Stratus, because you could buy, if you were going to buy balls, it played like a professional ball, but it was like, I don't know, cheaper.
Yeah.
I would have been all over those Amazon balls as a kid.
Oh yeah. Our
What about you?
school ball was the Max Fly Revolution.
Excellent.
Fantastic golf ball.
Excellent golf ball. Honestly, low key, like one of maybe also the best like irons ever. You remember the Max Fly Revolution irons?
Oh yeah.
They were like blades, but slight cavity backs.
Mm-hmm.
And they had some like thing in the head that made them, they were so soft. And I worked it, I forget what it was, but like somehow at my house, we ended up with one of those clubs. I had like an 8 iron. And I think it was, I don't even know how I got it. It might've been, I was working at a golf store. Maybe someone left it or they let me have it or something. But it was like, that was the butteriest iron ever because it had like a Sensacore shaft. Do you remember those? True Tempo with Sensacore. And then it had this like really soft feel. And then you'd throw like a balata ball in front of it. And it was just like, it was like hitting a marshmallow. It was incredible.
Last thing, our good friend Ben Boscovich from
Skratch
and from DOG,
yeah,
right? Dana Golf. He said he's going with number 5. So that's on the par 5, right? So like you, but he said you can recollect your balls, never get caught, an important shot to be automatic on, which is true, right? Mm-hmm. So you can go out there, you can see that no one's coming down, go play, hit balls, gather them and get off before the marshal comes around.
Yeah. And I think if you were like legitimately going to try to get a lot better, hitting like 50-yard shots constantly into greens, I mean that you could, if you get really dialed from 50 yards and in, like that's a great way to score.
Yeah.
I love that one.
All right. I've got something fun for you. We're gonna do Can't Knock It right now, okay?
All right, let's go.
And listen, a lot of what we talk about on this podcast is style, okay? And I don't know if it's out yet, but we watched an old Skins game. It was you, myself, Ben, and Dan, and we watched the 1991 Skins game, and it was Payne Stewart, it was Curtis Strange, it was John Daly, and it was the Golden Bear.
Golden Bear, Jack Nicklaus.
And Payne Stewart looked ridiculous, but amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And so then it started me thinking of like, who are the best dressed golfers of all time?
I love this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Can't knock a good outfit. Brought to you by Knock Around, proud partner of the Vanity Index podcast. These guys make seriously awesome shades, and now they're the official eyewear of the PGA Tour.
I've been all about these songbirds that I'm wearing right now.
Mm-hmm.
They also make a wide selection of performance shades designed to heighten contrast and definition and actually help you see the greens more clearly. It's wild how much detail you can pick up, Wells.
Yeah. If you want to try a pair, head on over to knockaround.com/golf. Use the code VanityIndex20 for 20% off your first order. Again, that's VanityIndex20 for 20% off. Some exclusions apply. Definitely worth checking out. Blind ranking, best dressed golfers. Okay.
Okay.
Now, some of these are going to be great dressed and some of them are going to be a little questionable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're going to start with Jason Day
Oh my God.
with the Malbon sweatsuit that he wore.
God, I can't believe you threw the sweatsuit out
Mhm.
because it totally affects my ranking here.
I know.
And so the best is 1, right?
Best
Worst
is
10.
1, 10 is the worst.
Okay. I'm going to say for this photo in particular,
Yeah.
I'm going to say 8.
Okay.
Because
Fair
I love J Day's style. I think that the fact that he's getting so much attention for his outfits. I love the pleated pants, the visor.
Yes.
This is like the one time last year he didn't wear a visor, so I'm gonna knock some points off for that. And then the sweatsuit thing is like, yeah, feels a little stunty. It's kind of gimmicky to me.
I like normally what they're trying to do with him.
Yeah.
This I hated.
This was egregious. Yeah.
Yeah.
So all right, 8.
Up next, I mean, I think this is one of the coolest Arnold Palmer pictures ever. He's wearing the canary yellow pants,
God damn it. How do
the
you give
navy
me this
blue
one as the
shirt.
second one.
I know.
Like nobody in history has ever looked better on a golf course than this photo.
We will see.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh God. All right. I'm going 1. I'm
going
one early because I think this is the best you could possibly look.
Yeah.
Like the canary pants, the navy shirt, the fit of it all, the fact that he's jacked, the white glove, no hat, the belt that matches the pants. Is that a belt or is that like a Sansa belt pants?
It's a belt and it's his logo. It's the umbrella.
It's the umbrella, which is I think
And
is
he's got the
best golf logo.
He's got the umbrella on the glove and on the shirt. So this is his outfit for sure.
Oh my, yeah, you can't look better than that. I mean,
Okay.
that's like James Bond. That's like to me. I think the best looking Bond ever was Daniel Craig in Casino Royale, and like the outfits that he was wearing with the casual stuff when he's in Bermuda or whatever, and he's trying to get information. You know, like it's just iconic. The Sunspell polo. Oh my God, yeah. No, this is gonna be really hard to beat. This is number 1. But
Okay,
we'll see how we get.
yeah. Chichi Rodriguez
Oh,
at the
love
Masters.
Chi-Chi.
I think this is number
You
1
think this
for
is
me.
number 1?
I mean,
Okay.
like you have the red pants.
Yeah.
You've got the cashmere sweater, gigantic collar. You've got the fedora with a lot of colors wrapping around it, and then also what makes it so cool is his caddy next to him just looks like a vibe.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Like,
the
this
two
is-
of these together.
This is Starsky and Hutch or something,
Yeah.
from like the 70s. They look so good.
Yeah, the caddy looks incredible in this photo. This iconic one. I'm gonna stand by my ranking of
Okay.
Arnie as number 1. I'm gonna put this as number 4 actually,
Okay.
just because like I like this style, but it's a little like it doesn't feel as timeless as Arnie does.
All right. Chichi Rodriguez coming in at number 4.
Yep.
Number 3,
Daly.
John Daly.
Was this what he was wearing in the Skins game? This might have been the same outfit.
I'm not sure,
Close.
but he has a lot of great outfits, especially with like the Reebok jacket,
Yeah.
circa like late 80s, very Andre Agassi. But this is him wailing driver with a ciggy in his mouth, which I feel like gives you extra points. White shirt with interesting pattern and then some slacks on. Where are we going with? And then, of course, business in the front, party in the back, Kentucky waterfall, just an amazing mullet.
The mullet is so good. The other thing that's so cool looking at these pictures is like none of these guys wore hats back then.
No.
Which we talked about that on the Skins game. There wasn't a single player other than Payne Stewart with a little like beanie or fedora, whatever.
Yeah.
What is that called? Like a driving
Page
cap?
boy hat.
Yeah, page boy hat.
Yeah.
But everyone else was hatless, which I think is such a cool look. I'm gonna give this. Did I say number? What did I say for Malvin Day? That was 8, right?
8.
I'm gonna throw this at number 7. I think it's okay. It's cool. I like the vintage. I like the 80s look, but I think it's 8.
Okay. Up next,
Oh my God.
Hal Sutton in the Ryder Cup where they had this dumb shirt with like all the Ryder Cup winners' portraits on them, which weirdly enough, I saw this a lot at Bethpage.
Yeah, they did have this brought out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone did like a collab or something. I mean, you just can't look worse than this. This is like the dorkiest shirt.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't fit him well. He's got, he's like, Hal Sutton wasn't the trimmest person in the world. So it's kind of dumpy. You got a little pooch, pleated pants. Throw this in number 9 because I don't know what else you have coming for me here, but this is pretty bad.
Hal Sutton, though, also looks like he's country strong, built like a brick shit house, and I wouldn't want to mess with him.
Hal Sutton as country strong is a great call.
Yeah.
Definitely country strong.
All right, up next, the man, the myth, the legend. Sponsoring the Miami Dolphins today is Payne Stewart, the iconic fist up, foot up. He's wearing all of the Miami colors. I mean, it's so ridiculous, it's cool.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. It is so ridiculous, it's cool. But I'll say this, as a kid who grew up watching Payne Stewart, I never thought it was cool.
Yeah.
I just always thought it was dorky.
Yeah.
But
now what do you think?
Now I think it's kind of cool.
It's swaggy.
It's like bold. I appreciate that he's out there with it. I'm going to go, did I say number 7 yet?
Yeah, that was John Daly.
All right. I'm going to give this number 6.
Okay. Do you think, we were talking about this when we were watching the Skins game, do you think that anyone will ever rock knickers again?
Well, I think it's inevitable that someone will come out and do it at some point. We were talking about Bryson and his pageboy hat.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how much better Bryson looks with a normal hat.
Well, he was much more likable with the normal hat.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's just this little try-hardy.
Yeah.
I think the knickers, I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure it'll come back around. I'm sure someone will show up with something like this.
We were talking about this as well. Anytime I see someone with a stupid hat on a golf course, I know that they're very good because they don't care how they look and they don't care how they're being perceived by everyone else. And I feel like this is to the the nth degree.
Yeah, but I think it's kind of the opposite because I've never played with anybody who was good who had the pageboy hat on.
Yeah.
Like if it's a big over the top like sun hat or even like a fedora or like I don't know, straw hat or something like that. Good. You're going to be good. You don't care, but this is like more of an aesthetic choice.
Yeah. What
you're talking about is someone who just doesn't care how they look. They're just grabbing it because they don't want to put on sunscreen. Or they're playing so much golf. They need to protect themselves.
Yeah.
This feels so intentional. The only times I've ever seen this is kind of like old guys who are trying to look like Ben Hogan and they can't hit the ball. So anyway,
up next, speaking of old guys, Bobby Jones. Now,
classy.
First of all, he has a lot of pictures where he looks really, really good, but this one, he does look like somewhat of a coxman.
Oh yeah,
I get it, I guess. But, he wore a lot of bow ties, but this one, he's wearing the long tie, the necktie.
Yep.
But he always tucked it in, which I thought was super cool because obviously,
so cool.
Wouldn't get in the way of your hands. You have no idea what color any of this is because it's in black and white. But
that's a blue tie. Like you just know it's blue and like blue and yellow, blue and white. Oh man, this looks good. I'm gonna go with number 5.
Okay.
He looks great. This is such a great photo too. The deep focus, or whatever, the shallow focus. I mean, it looks really good.
I mean, and it also looks like he is in between 18s, right? Like he's playing an amateur, like he already did 18. He's like waiting to go out for a second 18 to win. He
looks like a movie star.
He looks so cool.
He looks like a freaking movie star.
Yeah.
This picture for some reason gives me that like Harrison Ford in Cannes, when he's got the sweater on and the shorts.
Oh yeah.
Just like an iconically handsome person.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Up next, Tiger Woods, circa like 1995 at Riviera.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Love this.
He has a lot of kind of like questionable looks, especially at amateurs. He's wearing that straw hat, which was, whatever. Going back to my point of like dumb hats, good golfer.
Totally.
But I thought he looked really good at Riv in his kind of like, it was his PGA Tour debut, I believe, right?
Yeah. What is the logo on that?
Lamode?
So they just actually, Sunday Red just reissued this shirt. So you can get this shirt in Sunday Red, and they have 2 kind of variations of the colors, but they have that exact one. And it's literally sitting in my cart. I'm going to buy it. I think it's so cool.
Yeah.
And I'm come full circle on Sunday Red. I thought it was kind of dorky.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, man, they're hitting it. It's pretty good. I got one of their sweaters and it's like very nice material.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm pretty impressed. Have I said number 3 yet?
You have not.
All right. Number 3.
Up next,
Ooh.
the Black Knight,
Oh man.
Gary Player. Now he obviously kind of famously dressed in all black kind of later in his career is what I kind of found out from this research I did. But when he was younger, he had more options with style. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the all black look and you're going to do a funeral and it's yours. Like I like that.
Yeah.
But this is pretty swaggy. You don't see a lot of short sleeve turtlenecks out there these days.
Nope.
You see a lot of mock necks. Tiger rocks those a lot.
Yep.
But the turtleneck is something that I feel like could make a comeback. Cool hair.
Yeah. He looks great in this.
Yeah.
What do I have in the top 5? Do I have any in the
2.
I only have 2 left.
You got 2 and 10.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm going to go 2
Okay.
just because he looks great here.
Last one. Your boy.
Oh no. No. Why would
Cashmere
you do this to me?
Keith.
Oh no. He's got to be a 10. That's horrible.
Yeah. And
Damn it.
what's worse is that I found the picture from the tournament of which he got his nickname. This is at Pebble Beach.
Oh.
He's wearing a cashmere button down or button down sweater.
God.
Looking so good.
God, and that looks like a 4-button polo too, which is just like the right number.
Shout out to Cricket. Do you ever see those?
Yeah.
I love those shirts.
Totally.
They have the long, like the 4 buttons. They look so good.
They do. Yeah. No, and like the Sugarloaf stuff has that too.
Really?
Like we've got the 4-button ones,
Mhm.
that little placket at the bottom. But man, this hurts. This really hurts. He looks great. The funniest part about Keith Mitchell is like when he was a Nike guy, he just looked like Temu Brooks Koepka.
Yeah.
And the first time he won the Honda Classic. And I remember watching it like vividly for whatever reason. That was the tournament I watched. And I was like, I love this guy. Like he bombs it. He looks really jacked and kind of strong. And he was like killing his driver. He had a great swing. I'm like, I like this guy. He's pretty cool. But he just looked like Temu Brooks Koepka. And then a few years later, he like emerges as this like style icon. So I really hate that he's got to go in number 10 because that's the only one I had left. If I had to reorient, I'd probably put him at like number 3. Actually, I think this is such a good look. And I played with him before at a member guest once.
Yeah.
He was a guest. We've talked about it before on the show, and he had none. He had basically the same outfit with none of the logos.
Mhm.
And just elite, the Mashburn, and the best tour visor. He has his own travel case for his visors, by the way.
Really?
'Cause I asked him once.
Like a hat box?
I ran into him at a tournament and I was like, how do you, because I'm a visor guy too. You know?
Yeah.
How do you get your visors around? You're traveling all the time. He's like, dude, I had a custom case made.
Really?
Obviously, and then he showed it to me and it's like, it's perfect. It's exactly what you'd imagine.
It's a whole
Stack 'em
new
in there.
level of dork.
Yeah,
right
it's so good. And it's like, he's got to check it. It's like check luggage full of his visors, but elite.
God, I know what I'm getting you for your birthday.
Okay,
Your
hat
40th
case.
is coming up. I'm getting you a visor hat case.
Dude. Yeah. I mean, I'll figure out where Keith got his made. I
Yeah.
would love that.
I'm going to DM him. Hey, dude, weird question, but Chad needs a hat case.
It's so good. Wow. That was fun.
Yeah, good. That was a good knockaround.
Yeah, that really was.
There's been, and I think that's one of my favorite things about the grow the game thing is that it feels like style is coming back because all of a sudden all these cool people are starting to play with like different styles and swag, especially athletes. And I want to get back to like all my favorite ones were from like the 60s and 50s and 60s and 70s. And I just want to go back there.
Well, we had like Scott Kahn talking about that.
Yeah.
Because he loves getting dressed. And we've talked about this before, but I do think that golf, one of the cool things about it is it's like one of the few times in modern life where you can like put an outfit on.
Yeah.
Like work has become so casual, and especially work from home. It's like you got your, yoga pants on.
Yeah.
Lululemon stuff, casual workwear, whatever. But going out to dinner or going to a show or playing golf, it's like the one chance a guy gets to go put a fit on. And I think it's like I was always, actually, you're gonna love this though. When I was in high school, I got superlatives, whatever. It's like best dressed golfer. So on the golf team,
That's what you got?
I was the best dressed. Because I was the kid in like the full on, I always wore slacks.
Yeah.
I was a visor guy back then.
Really?
But I didn't know about the tour visors yet.
Yeah. Yeah. The shallow one.
I was a huge Luke Donald fan.
Oh yeah.
And so I literally was like the Mizuno visor. was always just try to look like Luke Donald. So slacks, kind of a solid shirt. And then and the Mizuno visor was kind of my look. And then when I was in, when I met Luke Donald, when we were making Full Swing and we were pitching him on like coming in for season 2, I went over to his house and in the middle of the meeting, I was just like, hey, I just want to let you know, I was a huge fan in high school and I used to like rock the visor. And he was just like, come on, man. Like, I'm not that dumb. Like, you're trying to convince me to say yes to the show.
Yeah.
And then I literally like pulled out a photo of high school with it. And he was like, oh. So he's like, come with me. So we walk into his garage and he's got like, his garage is kind of like all of his stuff. Yeah. He's got basically every bag and every club that he hit through his whole career, which I love that those guys keep that stuff.
Yeah.
And he had like a closet full of visors. And so he just grabbed one off the shelf.
You've got one?
A game worn Luke Donald visor that he signed for me. And he just said, thanks, Chad, or something.
That's awesome.
Which is pretty awesome. It's in my office. And it'll be, I should bring it on the set. It'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Still the only autograph that I've ever really asked for from a golfer.
Did you ask for it, or was he just like, here, I'll give you one? And
he gave it to me and I asked him to sign it. I was like, do you mind signing that? And then I was like, honestly, this is the only time I've ever asked a pro golfer for an autograph.
Yeah.
I think you should sign it. And he was like, yeah, sure.
That's pretty cool.
It was cool.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Saw this on the internet, thought it was kind of interesting. You ever gone to a golf tournament and there's like a putting contest before the shotgun start and there's like all these prizes next to the hole. So if you make the putt, then you get the prize.
No, I've never seen that.
All right. Well, it's a thing that happens to us poor folk out here.
What do you mean poor folk? I should play more tournaments.
You do. So
Oh my God.
I did. I really enjoyed this. A lot of times it's like a bottle of wine or, or rangefinder or a Bluetooth speaker.
Mm-hmm.
Here, this is Zaire Golf put this out. All our friends turned into Tiger Woods to win this putting contest prize. And it is a large jar of marijuana.
Just a mason jar full of weed.
It's like an ounce, right? I don't know.
That's got to be more than an ounce. I don't really know. I don't know how much that weighs.
I don't know either.
But that's a lot of weed.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. And then just some nice Pinot Noir next to it.
Well, so it's funny. I'll show you the video. Is that there is a block in front of this weed. So effectively, I think you have to bank it off of.
Oh yes.
Here, let me see if I can turn this on. See, there's a block right there.
Oh, that's so funny.
Inspect it. Take a smell.
Oh yeah.
See?
Yeah.
So you have to bank it off of. You have to bank it off of the wine bottle to hit the weed.
That's really funny.
I would have loved to have sat there and watched. And then 2, I would have loved to have hung out with the person after the round.
Who won it?
Just to be
They're just like rolling one like right afterwards.
His eyes are just completely closed.
Oh my God. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Have you ever played golf with weed?
So yes, I have. I don't like it.
Me neither.
Weed makes me anxious, and anxiety ridden, and I don't feel like that's a place.
No,
a golf course isn't a place to be anxiety ridden.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I did like a gummy once to play golf, and I did not like it. It was too. I was like, whoa. I was staring at the club like that's a long way away. It's like can't do it. You just gotta just come back to like alcohol because that's like it's the right. It just takes your your anxiety down a little bit, makes you a little more cocky, confident.
Yeah,
that's what
swing juice.
Swing juice, exactly.
But the new popular thing in the golf world is microdosing psilocybin on the golf course.
I've heard that, and then ayahuasca. That's sort of a thing. Like didn't what was it? Bo Hostler recently did like an ayahuasca trip.
But he probably did that like
not on the golf course.
Yeah, not on the golf course. Can you imagine being on the golf course and like
God.
seeing gremlins and stuff?
Yeah, you're like throwing up. Sort of, take the medicine. Pretty good.
All right, time right now for our segment we call Overheard from JLab. From the lab to the course, JLab tech is trusted by the pros with gear engineered in the lab, built for every practice, every flight, and every moment you need to lock on in.
Yeah, I've been using all the Bluetooth headphones for all this travel I've been doing. And they don't just make headphones. They deliver headphones, earbuds, Bluetooth speakers. We also use their mics when we're traveling.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a nice like little remote mic as well. Anyway, it's designed for life that respect your budget. So look for the blue box at retailers everywhere, or you can go shop at JLab.com. So thank you to JLab for being a longtime supporter of this podcast.
They're the best. I got their Bluetooth speaker. I put it in my shower this morning. I was jamming out to Jason Mraz. It was fantastic.
Just hitting it with the Mraz.
I'm yours.
You got to go deep cuts with the Mraz.
Yeah. So overheard people complaining about punched greens. This is a video from, he's either the head pro or the superintendent at a club. I follow him on social media. He's really good. And it's him talking about, what are the expectations of the patron after we punch greens?
Patron.
Here's my hypothetical situation for today, just to see what your opinion is, the golf world of social media. We aerated our greens this week, Monday, Tuesday, just finished up a little bit this morning. And last week, Monday, so a week prior, we sent out an email to our entire email database letting them know the process that we're going to be doing and the dates that we're going to be doing it. There's also a pop-up on our website. When you go to book tee times online, there's a message that says this is when we aerated. Confirmation email you get after you book your tee time has a notice. I tell people on the phone when we're doing it, what the process is. And I've also been telling people when they check in, just so they're made well aware of what the process is. Now, after all this notice and letting people know, are you still expecting a discount? Or if we do a proper job of letting people know the expectations before they get here, are they signing up for whatever the normal rate is and they don't expect an aerated greens discount? Me personally, I feel like if we do our job and we let you know before you get here, then the rate is just the rate. If you were to show up somewhere and nobody told you until you got to the first hole, then yes, that's a problem. You should have gotten a discount. I don't know. Let me know what you think, golf world.
All right. Shout out to will.young.pga. Good follow on social media. Chad, thoughts? Do you think that even if you are told multiple times by the club, you should get a discount or not?
I don't know. It doesn't really feel like they did a good job communicating that the greens were aerated.
Yeah.
I feel like,
Yeah. What do you want? Like a skyrider?
Yes.
Do you want leaflets falling from the sky?
It should be like the, like the nuclear codes or something. Like you have to have two keys to turn. You have to like cut the thing. It's like a tag out.
Yeah.
You really can't actually like go into the cart until you tag out. The greens are aerated.
Yeah.
Whatever. No, I mean, yeah, I think that's totally fair and reasonable to expect. If you know for a fact they're aerated, you want to go play, shouldn't get a discounted round.
Yeah.
I think his public courses, that clearly it looks like it's a private course, Hartford Golf Club.
Yeah, I don't know.
And so in that case, your members, you're paying dues. Like that's part of keeping your course nice. So no, you're not getting a discount.
Okay, so here's my thought on it.
Okay.
I'm going to go a different direction.
Let's hear it.
Just because you tell me something doesn't mean it's still worth the same thing.
No,
if I went into a restaurant and I said, I want the Wagyu steak, and you said, well, listen, we had it on the board outside that we're out of the Wagyu steak, but we have a ribeye, but we're going to still charge you for the Wagyu. I'd be like, no, you're not, because I'm not getting the same thing here. Which is what's happening in this situation, right? Mm-hmm. Just because you've told me something doesn't mean it shouldn't be discounted. It should be, because it's not the same thing. It's not the same experience. You really, you're putting on those things, it's ridiculous, right? Like you're just I played on punch screens that are so bad that we're just like 2-putt. Everyone just gets a 2-putt. We're not even messing with this.
Yeah. Yeah. When you make that point, but still, I think if you're going to play golf, it's like you want to play golf, you want to hit shots. You can still have fun playing golf when the greens are punched. Kind of. I just think that it's cool that you told me, I suppose, and maybe I can now pivot over to like a different club or whatnot. But I don't think that precludes you from at least being like, hey, we know the course isn't exactly where we want it to be right now, so it should be like $10 less, or your cart fees are free or something. I don't even know, or like your range balls are free, whatever it is. But you're not playing the same golf course. Why would you be playing the same golf course? Okay,
prices?
so here's I guess I'm going to create a caveat here.
Okay.
Whereas I think that I think if this is a in-town club or course, it's a regular game, I think that it's totally reasonable to basically say, hey, we gave you plenty of notice. You could have found another option.
Yeah.
Greens are punched, no discount. If it's a resort, and you're that, then I think it doesn't matter. Like if you're in Mexico, you're on a vacation and there's a golf course, It doesn't matter. You check into the hotel. It's like you can't not play there because that's like you're on a resort. I think that should always be a discount because it's like you don't have another option, and if you've already like traveled there, you probably booked your vacation months ago. You don't know that like when they're going to do punching.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't matter. Like if you're kind of like forced into that's the only golf option because it's a resort and you're on the property and that's kind of all you got. I think then it's always going to be a discount. But if it's like if it's Hartford and you're in your town and you've gone to book a tee time online and they said it's punched and they make it really clear to you, I think that it's totally reasonable to pay full price. So we'll agree to disagree on this one, Wellesley.
Okay. Last thing I wanted to talk about, I got in the mail today from our favorite TaylorMade rep, Andrew.
No. Oh, no.
9-wood, baby.
Oh, my God.
9-wood's going in the bag today.
What are you taking out your 7-iron now? How deep are we going to go, Wells?
And I went in the simulator last night and was hitting it, and it's still a little hot, you know?
Still a little hot?
So I'm gonna have to probably choke down a little bit.
So is that replacing a 4-iron or a 5-iron?
Yeah.
Or 4-iron. All right. So
No, here's the thing. This is why I think this whole like you're a bitch for using a 9-wood thing is ridiculous. Do you think that the 4 hybrid is any different than the 9-wood?
Yeah, no.
It's the same.
It's the same.
So if I had a 4 hybrid, you'd be fine with it though.
I mean, I'm fine with the 9-wood.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I think that so what's the top of your bag look like? You got driver,
5-wood,
no 3-wood.
no 3-wood.
Okay, driver 5-wood, 7-wood,
Yep,
9-wood.
9-wood.
Okay,
5
through
P,
pitch and wedge.
then gap,
sand,
sand,
lob.
Yeah. The only issue that I have with this is now I've got too many. I've got too many head covers in the top of the bag. So then it's like, do I have to move the putter? But you don't want to move the putter, but I have to move the putter to where the 4-iron was, which is.
Oh no, you got to go wedge with the putters probably. Throw the putter in the bottom.
In the bottom, you think?
I think so.
Is that the play?
Yeah, I think that's probably the play. You can't have a putter in like an iron slot. That's like one of the top the 2 left and right ones. That's oh god.
Is that stupid?
I think that's egregious.
Okay.
It's like also you can't have a wood in an iron slot. Like you couldn't put that 9-wood where the 4-iron used to go.
Can you put a driving iron in the wood slot?
Without a head cover, yeah.
You can.
I think so.
Without a head cover or with a head cover?
No, without a head cover.
Interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I mean, my 4-iron technically is a driving iron, so it's it doesn't have a head cover.
Yeah.
But it's got a graphite shaft. I want to hit your 9-wood, actually. I'm intrigued. I've tried so many different. So the 9th hole at our course is like a 240-yard par 3.
Yeah.
And it's such a hard hole because you can't roll it up like the way that it's set up. There's sort of a little false front, but you can't bounce it on. So you just have to carry it like 230.
Yeah.
And it's like that. There's no other option. And if you carry it 245, you're over the green and you're dead.
That's why I got the 7-wood was for that hole because my 4-iron or 3-iron, it wouldn't hold the green even if I got it there.
No, you got to just nuke one like 120 feet in the air and have it come down at like 235, 240. It's nuts.
But these 7-woods and 9-woods, they just drop out of the sky and they just sit there.
Yeah. So when are you going to use the 9-wood?
Well,
how often do you hit 4-iron?
It's a lot of when I've hit a bad drive.
Oh yeah, you got to come back. It's like you got 215, 225.
Exactly.
Yeah, just like send it high.
This is my thought process. And I'm not even sure if I'm sold on it completely, but my thought process is that I can get through rough with those woods so much easier than I can with an iron.
That makes sense.
And so if I am like 220 because I've hit a bad drive, I'll at least be able to get it up there. Whereas sometimes the hosel will just grab in that rough and then it goes 100 yards.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm excited for you.
All right. Well,
it reminds me of all the old. Do you remember when Callaway had all those, like when they had the Steelhead or whatever, or the Big Bertha, and they had all those fun names?
Yeah.
It was like the Heavenwood,
the
Divine 9.
There was the Hawk, right?
The Hawkeye was one of their drivers and stuff. Yeah. The E2C Hawkeye. That's the name of an airplane. That's a Navy plane.
Yeah.
But they had like the Divine 9. I remember I played with somebody once that had like a Divine 9 and it was like a great big Bertha Divine 9. I thought that was pretty cool. And then I think they had like up to an 11-wood actually. I don't remember what that one was called.
There's an 11-wood?
I think there was an 11-wood in like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh my God.
So, and that thing was like, it looked like a wedge.
That's me. Hey, you know what? If it's good enough for Tommy Fleetwood, it's good enough for me.
Yeah, well, you'll be seeing Tommy Fleetwood hitting his 9 wood out at the Skins game.
That's right. Black Friday.
Black Friday on Amazon.
Do not miss it. This has been a fun episode. If you guys aren't following us on social media, hit us up at Vanity Index Podcast. Follow us on Skratch as well over on Twitter and on YouTube. You were saying that we are putting all of our episodes on X.
X now. Yeah. So you can watch full episodes on X. So give us a follow there. And we'll see you out there.
And also DM us on Instagram if you've got any questions, videos, and stuff. We would love to play them on the show.
No question.
All right. See you guys.
Pal. Hit them straight today.
I'm going to try.
All right.
Later.